Oh, am I going to make my flight? Who's a slow person that I'm going to get stuck behind? Oh, how long's the line going to be? Oh, am I going to make this flight? Hi, this is Nick with Who Dat Travel Tips. You know, I get it. There are few things in this world that cause me more anxiety or more frustration than the seemingly endless line at the airport security. I never know if I'm going to get stuck behind somebody that doesn't know that they have to take off their shoes and take off their belt, or remove all of the metal out of their pockets, or get their 311 bag out and put it in a bin. To save some of the frustration, we at least have PreCheck. Now let's talk a little bit about what PreCheck is, because there seems to be a lot of questions out there about what it does and how it can help. In 2011, the Transportation Security Administration, a U.S. Department of Homeland Security agency, launched the TSA PreCheck program as an intelligence-based approach to expediting airport security. So in other words, TSA PreCheck is a U.S. government program that allows travelers deemed low risk by the Transportation Security Administration to pass through an expedited security screening in certain U.S. airports by certain carriers. In July 2019 alone, 93% of TSA PreCheck passengers took less than 5 minutes to pass through TSA security checkpoints. So I can't guarantee that your security line is going to look like this, but I can guarantee that you will get through a lot quicker with PreCheck than without. After becoming a member of TSA PreCheck, one of the most important benefits you will receive is the freedom to use the expedited security line. In that line, you can leave on your shoes, you can leave on your belt, a light jacket, plus you won't have to dig through your carry-on to remove any laptops, tablets, or your quart-sized plastic bags that have your liquids in them. I'll admit, I've gotten to TSA PreCheck lines that look really long, but what you have to think about is that there are so many fewer steps for the people that are through PreCheck that generally it takes a shorter amount of time. Also, the people who are in PreCheck generally, because they've paid for the privilege of it, know what they're doing and get through security quicker anyway. A little more about PreCheck lines. So they don't use those controversial body scanners. You know, the ones that you stand all weird, kind of like an X with your arms raised above your head as stuff rotates around you and you're X-rayed all over. Yeah, you don't use those. You actually use just your standard run-of-the-mill metal detector that you'll walk through. Now, in a regular security line, you can actually opt out of the body scanner. However, this means you're getting a pat-down. And there isn't going to be any, romance beforehand. There's no dinner, movie, flowers. It's just the rubber glove. Now, this pat-down has to be conducted by the same gender as the passenger. So if a person of the same gender is not available, that's going to actually increase the time that you're going to wait and not get to your flight. All right, consider this. You pushed your unpackaged laptop down the baggage security conveyor belt. You unload all of your pockets, your wallet, your cell phone, your keys, your change. You push that through the X-ray machine as well. You have your jacket, and that's in another bin along with your shoes, and you push that through. And then you get in the line of all of the other people that are going through that body scanner. And then people are getting patted down. And meanwhile, all of your bags are already through. So your laptop's just sitting out there in the open for any sticky fingers that may want to go and take it for themselves with you on the other side of the body scanner. Now, to me, that pretty much sounds like a nightmare. However, with PreCheck, and generally, you're on the other side of security by the time your bags have gotten through that X-ray machine. I'm sure you're asking by this point, all right, how much does this cost? Well, really, it's actually pretty reasonable. It's $85 for a 5-year subscription. Now, if you break that down, that's $17 a year, or $1.42 per month to be able to relieve anxiety of travel. To participate in PreCheck, you either have to be a U.S. citizen or a foreign citizen that meets specific citizenship or residency requirements. A background check is done as well to make sure there isn't a criminal record. Your background check will be done after an in-person interview. This interview is conducted at one of over 370 different locations, so hopefully you should be able to find one fairly close to where you live. During this interview, which lasts about 10 minutes, you'll be asked some pretty common questions about what do you do for a living, how often do you travel, and those types of things. During the interview, you'll also have to provide your fingerprints. You're also going to have to bring in identification. If you can bring one out of List A, you'll only need one piece of identification. However, if you don't have a piece of identification out of List A, you will need 2 pieces out of List B. In 2 to 3 weeks, if you're approved, you'll receive your known traveler number. Now, this number can be used anytime that you book a ticket, or you can input it into all of your frequent flyer accounts and it will be automatically added. After you add these, you should see TSA PreCheck up in the corner of your ticket. That's it. That's how easy it is to get TSA PreCheck. And really, it's $85 for 5 years to relieve a lot of stress and anxiety about really long lines in security. For me, this was a must-have for travel. It has reduced so much anxiety and so much stress about getting to my flight. I hope this information has made your decision about PreCheck just a little bit easier. Also, please smash that thumbs up for the like, and also subscribe and turn on notifications for the channel. Thank you, and have a great time.